What's going on, guys? And welcome back to Keeping It Real with TNL. This is episode 45. And today, a lot has happened in the past few weeks. We're going to be talking about a few things. Number one, we had the CrossFit San Ramon 17th anniversary week. It was amazing. We'll talk about some of those details. We also had, also with that was the member, we had a member appreciation during that time, as well as the barbecue. And the other thing that we'll be talking about is something that I've actually found very cool that Coach Lori is testing out. And it has to do with some loose skin stuff and getting rid of loose skin without surgery. So stick around, and that's what we're going to be talking about. But first things first, guys, if you were not here for the CrossFit San Ramon 17th anniversary week, it was amazing. Coach Lori planned an amazing time. There was vendors from all over the place. Let me try to remember everybody who we had here. So I know that we had Cam from Out of the Cave. Yeah. He came, he was doing the meal prep stuff, offering some very good foods. I know that we had the Your supplement company, Designs for Health. Yeah. They were also here, and they were giving out protein bars, and they were dropping up some facts on kind of the supplements that are going to help individuals. Who else did we have? That we also had Loosen Up Bodywork. She was out here. For those who saw, I forget our episode or the podcast, but she was on her podcast. Gina. So yeah, Gina was out here. And so then after that, I think that the other people who we had US Cryo, which we're going to obviously be speaking about them. This whole episode is kind of some of their offerings. We had Snatched by Amanda. Is that her? And then
Performance PT was here on Tuesday.
That's what I forgot about. And then we had the chiropractors, right?
We had Plaza Chiropractic Massage Therapy, and there was 3 people. There was Shadow with an E, that's his name, giving out massages, and Dr. Dell doing the sonic wave. And then IV Solutions was here too. So we had a lot.
And that was the actual Saturday where we had the barbecue. So something that was cool at the barbecue is that Coach Lori had an individual bringing in Netflix food, and she also barbecued healthy. Everybody had meat, high in protein, and we were able to actually see that when you plan it, even if people want certain things, if you lay out what the ground rules are and you're willing to actually cook the food and bring it, most people will just shut up and enjoy it. And they won't even question, what's there no cake, or where's the bullshit snacks? Everybody had an amazing time. I will say that in my entire time here, I've been here since 2020, that was probably the best anniversary week. Like, I'll be honest, it was already over on Saturday. As in over the top. I was so impressed to see multiple vendors here. We had a great advanced class, and everybody after 12 just flooded in the gym. People who are on the list, we're going to talk about that at some point. But like I said, guys, this was probably in the past 5 years since I've been here, this was one of the greatest weeks ever. So thank you for all who came. Also, if you get a chance to thank Coach Lori, because like you said in the last episode, she's the one who got these people here. She's the one who planned this event. She was out there barbecuing on the grill. She was out there handling the business. And for someone who obviously has a lot on the plate to bring that much value to this place and put others' needs first to make sure that the members have an amazing time, that obviously speaks volumes to what she cares about, and make sure that the people here get amazing service. So thank you, Lori, for hosting an amazing week. Oh, and all the hard work on those names.
Oh, yeah, the board.
You do.
Thank you. It's my pleasure. And I was happy we got to support Shelly, who's going through breast cancer. That was our Wednesday. We helped Think Pink now, right? Because Barbells for Boobs went under a few years ago. And then Sunday was our domestic violence survivor award, and a lot came for that. And I set up food and snacks between the 8:30 and the 9:30 class on the way to church. So I got to see everyone and get a picture. So thank you for everyone who did that too. Like, October is a super busy month. I would like to say that's why I was too busy to curl my hair today for the podcast, but it's raining and like 100 mile an hour winds. So I'm keeping it real with what I look like after walking outside today. That's my best way of keeping it real. But yeah, no, it's great. I love everyone. I love that we also have families from Fortified Joy.
Yes.
That's super cool too. Yeah. So, and all the Metfix community members that are doing the small groups, like it's just a great time. And I just feel really fortunate that I have this community to do something for. You know what I mean? Like, it makes me feel good to give them things. And we have like 10 raffle winners, and Evelyn won bingo. She got $20 Starbucks gift card too. I played bingo for a Starbucks gift card.
Oh yeah, what?
Are you serious? Yeah.
$20. That's a few trips. That's a couple trips.
That's like from 6 a.m. till noon for me. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. They're like, Lori, why for?
$40 a day.
Shot down.
So gotta have it.
No, yeah, literally. If that was like, and if that's where I could go to jail, I'm addicted.
You'd be hooked.
Actually, I'm taking a break with my zero sugar brain boost, focusing. I love today.
You're definitely gonna need it.
That's
You've been working out since 6:30 this morning, so it's another morning.
It's a good day.
Now, before we get into the US cryo stuff, something that we're going to also talk about is the success of some of our small groups. So we just wrapped up the once in a lifetime weight loss challenge. And for those who've seen the images that we post on our Instagram, one of those not contestants, participants was Lito. That guy killed it. So if you haven't seen the picture, either go to Coach Lori's page, go to my page, go to CrossFit San Ramon page, and see the result that this individual got with this program. Yeah. This is going to be crucial because we're going to be running this again, and that could be you. You could be the person who has that awesome before and after picture. You could be the person who's finally starting to see the V taper. You could be the person who's starting to get the nice defined arms. That could be you. So obviously, it is one of those things where it's like, guys, that is the proof that this works. If this is the result that we could get by someone who chose to follow the plan and come and work out with doing the program, and those pictures don't lie, that's proof in the pudding that this works. This isn't some Harvard red meat study where the participants are called every year once randomly and told to talk about what they ate for 365 days. This is an actual experiment, and we clearly showed from start to finish, if you do this is the result that you can expect.
Yeah. So, and then like across the board, so everyone in the weight loss program lost at least 10 pounds. And we're talking, there's people like in their mid 60s too. So
that's huge.
And then we have one member who found out she was pregnant. And I love this because then her goal was like, I don't want to gain 50 pounds with this baby. But she's only gained 2 pounds. But on the psycho, she gained a few pounds of muscle. So while working pregnant and eating well and cleaning up her food and cutting out the crap seed oils and processed food, like it's a healthier pregnancy for her. And that's a huge win. And then, of course, Lito being not diabetic or pre-diabetic for the first time in a decade. I'm waiting on 2 more participants to get their blood work in from their doctor. I mean, it's kind of going to be here a while.
You bring some
next year. Good news.
Great. Here's the update. I know that it's been forever.
It ended on Halloween, but guys were busy. So.
Well, no, I was going to say too. One of the other things about having a pregnant individual in the program that should clear up any doubts. If you're someone who's at home thinking, I can't do this, you absolutely can. We had a mom who's pregnant be able to complete the program. And then here's the other thing. There's like actually hearing this almost wants me to want to think of a small group for like pregnant moms who want to stay fit, because you're now carrying another life. So for those 9 months, it should probably be the time where you give the best nutrients, not fixed, where you put your health first, because now there is somebody who's being affected by your actions. So if you're having shitty food, then you're giving it to your baby. If you have an Oreo, a fucking addiction, you're giving it to your baby. And you're just basically sending them down the road of that most end up on. And so something that me and Lori kind of talk about jokingly is one of the things that most people will never do when they come out the womb is overcome bad health. They're already basically from the gate. Yeah. And so this is an opportunity where if you are a pregnant mom listening, or when you do plan on having children, you need to start to think about how important what you eat is, because it's not just for you now. And I wouldn't want my baby living on runts and nerds and fucking Smarties and scoops of peanut butter. Yeah.
Never gonna happen.
But so that is why, like I said, even looking at it that way, because everyone always says, well, of course you're not supposed to drink when you're pregnant or smoke, but people still eat like shit. People still practice their bad habits, not knowing that you're still putting chemicals in your body for your baby. And you could actually use this time as like, look, this is a reset for both of us, not just you, but for you to bring this new life into this world with good habits, good health, and see what that journey looks like. Because dude, that's huge. But
that is huge. Health tip for pregnant women: don't take folic acid. Take methylated folate. L-5-MTHR is what you need for the healthy brain development of your baby inside of you. Yeah. Free tips. I'm all about just get shit out today, whether it's a raffle or whatever. No, but that's an important one because a lot of women don't know that. And there's a huge difference between folic acid and methylfolate. So you're welcome. We got that. Let's talk about, so you do one of the two stronger programs, you do the daytime one. Let's talk about Nancy and how she's just been killing it in that. Because I don't think people understand like the way you're changing her life. It's amazing.
Yeah, I could speak to it. We are currently right now in week 11. She has just 2 more weeks left, but in that time we've had some amazing things happen. Number one, anyone who starts this program with me understands the first thing that we lay out is where we are currently in our life. Life is comprised of 4 squares. I'm not going to tell you what those squares are. If you do the program, you'll be able to see how this is done. And so once the 4 squares are laid out, then we start to work on them individually and see, well, how can we make this better and what do we even want? And so, yes, on one of the squares, I would say is health. And so she laid out some health things. And then one of the other things is job and work stuff, because not everyone is happy with what they are doing. One of the things with her that I liked about this, she was having to drive every Tuesday down to Los Banos. And she was like, I can't keep doing this. And then so that was one of the first things where I was like, if you don't want to do it, write what a perfect life looks like. If that isn't in it, you need to write it and actually read it and actually stop doing the same habit and actually try to switch it. As of last week, that was her last day, and she is now here. So we were able to overcome that and create a new exterior circumstance based on what we wanted within, and allowing ourselves to feel the feeling of it being accomplished throughout this entire time. And it took her literally 11 weeks to be finally done. And I was like, well, how did you use your first free Tuesday? And she was like, I finally had time to wake up on my own terms. I got a crap ton of work done. I was able to contact clients that I'm usually not able to. I was able to do even more. So it was caused for her to not only take away stress in her life, but now she uses that same slot to add value. Not only that, now for all of the more, I don't want to call them superficial stuff, but obviously she's wearing clothes that she hasn't worn in a year. She's in multiple pairs of pants that she hasn't been able to wear. She's so happy about that. She had a wedding that she went to and she intentionally had purchased a small dress ahead of time with a plan to fit into it for almost a motivation, because she couldn't even zip it up. It zipped up in a problem.
Okay.
So all of the, yeah. And not only that, one of the good wins, I'm not going to lie, most people who don't work out, if I start you out with your back squat and your deadlift and your shoulder press, you could probably get some PRs throughout that time just because you're starting to lift. But when we start to talk about things like overhead squat, hang power snatch, hang squat, these things that are like compound movements that require a lot more technique, those are harder to kind of get over that time. And so when she started out with me 4 weeks ago, her overhead squat for the first time, I think we did like the bar at 45. And I think that we got 85 yesterday. So it's a 40-pound overhead squat bar.
That is heavy.
And that to me was even very shocking, because I remember how sloppy that first one was. Just getting her used to holding the bar, finding the balance. She was obviously flexible. They would squat good, but that lockout and just the whole balance of it was very tough. And for her to obviously, she only weighs 125 pounds. It's almost her body weight damn near. It's like 30 pounds from her body weight of an overhead squat. That's crazy to me. So things like that, like I said, it has been one heck of a program, and I was fortunate that Lori let me run that one how I wanted to, because usually, like I said, I am a coach who I will coach anyone and everybody, but there are times where it's like, hey, let me be an all-star coach every now and then. Like, give me some all-stars and let me see what it's like. Like, no one's going to knock a USA Dream Team coach. Oh, well, you're just good because you have all-stars. I've obviously shown like a coach with long hair. And it was nice to finally have people who I didn't have to, motivate so much, because they wanted it just as bad as I wanted it for them. That's what I mean by that. That was who Nancy was. And so her results can be yours too. But again, you have to come in it with the same mindset like Ty. I am willing to try this. I am willing to go with you down this road to see what result you can get. And if you do it that way, you're going to be super, super surprised at what happens.
Yeah.
So,
like literally all positive changes, all health problems reversed. We'll know in a month and a half the osteoporosis standing with a member in the other program. Yeah. Like it's dad fest up in here.
Yeah. And that's the thing.
Yes. The proof's in the data was happening. Like I can tell you fucking 25 stories of people I've coached the last 12 years, but I wasn't collecting data and working in the science. And it was different. It was just a different time, just getting people thin and healthy and sending them on their way living healthy, not like looking at their blood work every 5 minutes. So it's such a wonderful time to be doing this, because I mean, just look at the things that we talk about and we see all the time. And I swear to God, like I don't need motivation to do things, but it really lifts me up when we talk about this stuff. Like this week, I lost my uncle Monday, and it's just so heavy on me because I couldn't fix him, right? Because some people get sick with type 2 diabetes and then they just wait to die. They don't want to fuck with it. And so then the cancer's hit, and then it's like, Jesus. It's rough because I really love saving everybody, and we've done a great job with that at this place for the 13 years I've been here 13 years this month. It's my 13th anniversary. So the 12 years of it that I've been doing like stuff for clients and patients. So focusing on all this positivity and then trying to give all of you tips and tricks and cues, and like today talking about non-surgical ways to tighten up loose skin from weight loss or get those extra pounds away. Like that's why we're here. We don't film this every week. It can be like the sound of our voices and we sit and watch it on repeat every day. Yeah. We don't do that. We are not looking to kill time, are we? No. I'm about to resuscitate and try to get 5 hours to the day. Yeah. So I am so grateful for the people that come in and trust you and me and Vinny and Tim and Brandy to help them on their journey, right?
Absolutely.
And then it's good news for all of them. Not one person has like crapped the bed on any of these problems. No. They just keep going and do hard shit too, right? Exactly. Yeah.
And that's the thing that I completely like about the small group program, because it was basically what Lori managed to kind of find a way to do is scale the results, as she said, that we were getting through PT. And that's usually hard to tell because it's easier to get those types of results when you get the one-on-one time with the individual. But then it's like, what is that limit of how large can you scale to continue that level of a result?
Yeah.
Obviously testing it out, because that right there, that's the true benefit of the small group. I can't give personal training touches during a CrossFit class. I can't sit us as a group aside and talk about food and monitor it every single day and ask you guys what you're eating. But in these smaller group programs, because it is smaller, it allows us to give that much more service, which is therefore basically creating that larger result. Because now I'm not just your coach. I'm helping you with your food. I'm helping you with your workouts. I'm helping you with your form. I'm helping you review how you see fitness and your life and everything outside of it. And this is why we've been able to scale results. And that's what it's about in the long run. Yes, if you get one result from one individual, that's amazing. But can you get that level of results across the board? We're like, everybody knows, like, dude, Lori isn't known for half stepping. The science says if you join this program, your life's going to change in 13 weeks. Like, that's how it should be. It's almost like you should see these small groups as like a fucking teleportation device. On week 1 and 13, out the block, slow, tapered up, good health, happy, confident, feeling good.
Yeah.
That's what
the blood work too, like health problems. That's the other thing too, like the inside stuff. So for I have some personal trainers I've been working with for over 5 years, right? 6 years. And I'll harp on things like you should test your insulin. Doesn't have ketogenic because dairy raises it, or different things and all of that. And they'll show me what doctors run, which is like a tenth of normal blood work that we're used to our whole lives. It's tough. We are California dreaming, didn't you know? Damn, it's amazing here. I mean, there's no shortage of money flowing in other people's pockets. You're running plenty. But yeah, like healthcare is just absolute garbage here. It's absolute garbage. I mean,
It is.
garbage. And it doesn't matter who your provider is. Because I see like everybody's blood work results from John Muir, and then we've got Blue Shield, and then we've got Kaiser, and you're just like, why do you even go in for the blood draw?
Yeah.
Cholesterol and blood sugar is all they really care about. It's great. So, you know, I on a personal level with one-on-ones, I do what I can. Like, you know, like give me fucking blood work. But to have a whole group and manage it was not difficult because we've got spreadsheets. I can look over blood work in 20 minutes and know exactly what they need help with, why they need supplementation for certain things, how low iron affects all the red blood, like, because you get it. Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, that's a huge one. So even the low iron, like knowing that itself, that's a huge one, because once you start to get what you need, you're gonna feel so much stronger. So I used to date a girl who had an iron deficiency issue, and you could tell when it was like, like, dude, you need to go in there and get this handled. I can't even do it right now. It was bad. And I'm not saying that I'm okay. I was an asshole then, but
keep it real.
Yeah, it's a bad man, but but obviously, like I said, if you don't know that, you don't know why you're having these issues. And that's the other thing. Like, that could be the thing that's been slowing you down this whole time. And if Lori, it's not like, oh, well, this is a clear issue. This is a red flag. Let's fix this now. You're going to not only get that fixed, but you're also on the program. So now you're solving what has been making you weak. And now you're also adding strength and eating right. So you're going to get 10 times that result. It's like, and you would never know if you just went to a 24-hour fitness and said, let me buy a membership and try to teach myself how to use these things. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
No, like, I'm not, let's be honest. But
let's keep it real.
Yeah, let's be honest. You're not going to do it. It's not going to happen. I don't want to sound.
We should literally leave it in the comments. Like, how many of you still pay like $10 a month for a 24-hour fitness membership from like a decade ago?
Oh, yeah.
And you've been there like 5 times a decade ago.
If you're like,
to cancel or some shit.
Yeah. And then if you're like, no, I'm going to use it. Are you going to plan? No, you're not.
Have a New Year's resolution.
You're not.
You're not going to do it.
You're not. I promise you're not.
You're not.
But I guarantee something you would do that will get you some results. If you got in a small group starting next year, as we're headed out these holidays, that could be the way to change your life.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's dive in.
We're going to dive in. So today we're going to be exploring non-surgical ways to contour and tighten up your bodies. That's the topic point. So
that's it.
Once again, Coach Lori willing to be the guinea pig and put herself out there to see if this stuff works. And what I loved the most was what she told me, like, after her first reading session. She was like, I was straight up with them. I said, if this doesn't work, I'm going to fucking let everybody know. I'm going to put you guys out of business. If I find this straight, I'm like, I love that, because that's how you know we're getting facts. Lori's not here to help anybody.
I'm here for fake results.
US Cryo is not fucking putting free fucking sessions in her pocket to talk about this.
No, I'm paying for it. I mean, the whole thing was I did the Normatec during the Saturday party, because there was a moment where I wasn't quite cooking yet and everyone was settled, and I was like, I'm gonna stand here for 10 minutes and do the Normatec on my legs. And then she told me about the T2 shape. Did I say that right? T shape 2, always backwards. And it's out of Italy. And so she had me in Italy because everything there is the cleanest and the best and the brightest and the smartest, and not politically and economically driven like here, right? So I'm like, okay, tell me how you're going to tighten up my skin, because you and I have lost a considerable amount of weight. So this morning, a new low, 131.3.
So I remember.
That's crazy. It was 131.6 like a day ago. So I just keep, and again, not trying. Just working out and eating food.
And you were traveling.
And I traveled. Yeah, we went to Nevada. We went to Reno, see Tim's mom and our friends. So yeah, it's not like I'm just measuring. I'm not anal about it. Like, if I'm going to go out and have steak and there's some steamed veggies or veggies of olive oil, I'll eat that. There's some vegetables in. It's all good. So the owner of US Cryo Danville is amazing. Her name is Catherine. She took it over a few years ago, and she's totally added so much to it. And I'm not sales pitching her because I don't work for her, but I love her. She's great. I look forward to collabing with her, because she also bought Enlightened Float. So for people that, stress, is huge in this area, and it affects your health and your weight and your abdominal region and all that. There's so many things that you can do at US Cryo, from the cryo chamber to red light panels to the T-shape to, you can buy, like I'm doing the month package. So I'm gonna cut to the chase. It's I have to look at everything because there's so much shit. It's 3 CryoSkin treatments and 6 T-shaped 2 treatments in November. So they take pictures at the beginning and the end of the treatments every time I'm in. Okay. And then we'll see them at the end of November. And I'll show you before I go to Hawaii on December 3rd. I'll show you my skin right now if you want to say, like, I'm not really worried about it. And the thing is this, like, if you've never been heavy or pregnant, a lot of women just get it from being pregnant and stretching out, like skin loses elasticity. And you get thin and your body fat's low, but you get a little bit of extra skin, right? Yes. You and I are not going to do a surgery. No. At least 8 to 14 weeks of working out. No. For that. It's not worth that. So this is testing to see how this works. And I'm not expecting to be like, hey, I'm not coming to work today because I'm doing a Victoria's Secret shoot. Like, it's not like that. Oh. No. Everybody's health's got up. Yeah. Right. So it's not like that. It's just, my legs are super strong, but the top of my inner thigh is a little bit saggy. Because I was 235 pounds and now I weigh 131.3 and I'm 48.5. So we're not looking for like miracles. Anyone that tells you they're genetically gifted with 0 cellulite is full of shit. Everybody has it. So, just like, let's test it out. So that's kind of what we'll do, is we'll kind of shorten what I've typed up about what it's about, because there's a lot of big words.
No, absolutely. But
we'll get through it.
So what I like about this, like I said, guys, so if you do have loose skin, or you've lost, like Coach Lori said, a large amount of weight, is for men and women, or if you are a woman who's given birth and you obviously have a pregnancy, what Lori said is very true. We're at a point in our own lives where just the time off, like, I'm not going to tell you, if you have the time and you don't mind and you need to get that surgery, especially if it's something major where you've lost like 200 pounds and it's like falling off or something, health hazard, then absolutely. But Coach Lori is actually going to talk about who the perfect candidates are for these particular treatments. But like I said, the reason that I like these is because it allows you to still maintain your fitness while still getting rid of some of those stubborn pockets. Because even I have loose skin now. I've lost over 200 pounds. And yeah, there's parts that look good. There's other parts I'm like, fuck, like it is to a point. Yeah. Like, because that, like, there's times that I was like, dude, even if that was gone, I don't think I'd have any, like, barely any fat or anything. I would just be me, like how I should have been if I didn't allow food to control my life. That's the person that would be. But I know that, like Coach Lori said, not all of us are willing to sacrifice 10 weeks of working out just to get this process going, and having to basically restart everything that we've basically built up over 10 years for me. How many years for you? 2013, so almost 13 years of fitness, of like, this is your life. So yeah, it is just too much. Like, even 10 weeks for us is too much mentally,
like
too much physically.
Back-to-back days off, and I'm like cranky.
Yeah.
I swear, like, for those of you that are looking for another reason to work out, like, workouts are mental health. Like, literally, it doesn't matter how sad, frustrated, angry, whatever it is, I do a workout and I'm just like, oh my God, I get see Jesus, you babe. Hi. Like, you feel like so settled and good. It does so much. So I could never take a week off.
No, you couldn't. And that's what I completely love, because I will say, this goes to show what our new addiction is.
Yeah. Just Starbucks for workouts. I'm just kidding. No.
So, using our notes here, we're going to break down the CryoSkin Slim or Cryo Slimming. So keep in mind, we're talking about multiple different things here. So this is the CryoSkin Slim or Cryo Slimming. This is for people who have lost the bulk of their weight and are looking to take some fat off of problem areas like the abdomen. So what we're talking about here is going to be what they call pinchable fat. Yeah. So it's the little pieces, like I can pinch and grab. Yeah, that's considered pinchable. So this, I'm not saying this is not pinchable.
There's nothing else there. Speaking of not getting a surgery or fixing it, there's nothing there.
Fill my gains, okay?
No.
My favorite some girl flesh. You go, well. No, but seriously, guys, don't be doing that. But no, but that's what we admit was not. It isn't a handful. This is for like those small areas.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about how it works. It starts with a targeted temperature change. So the treatment typically alternates heating and cooling phases. This area is first warmed. The area is first warmed, then cooled, sometimes at sub-zero or near sub-zero temperatures, and then warmed again. This temperature contrast induces stress in the fat cells more than in the surrounding tissues. So number one, we're inducing stress in the fat cells. Step two, fat cell distribution and elimination. So this is the cold phase causes those fat cells to crystallize or become damaged, a process related to cryolipolysis. Once fat cells are damaged, they undergo
apoptosis.
Apoptosis and are gradually removed by the body's lymphatic system over the following days or weeks. So that's very cool. So basically, the fat freezes or it crystallizes and it becomes damaged, and then that's what causes it to slowly start to get pushed out of the body.
It's good stuff.
And then the third part, skin tone, circulation, and collagen stimulation. Beyond the fat reduction, CryoSkin, again, CryoSkin, that's the quote term of what we are speaking of. CryoSkin claims to improve the skin texture and tighten skin by enhancing blood flow, stimulating microcirculation and collagen production. And then the toning variant uses the cooling and circulation effects to smooth out cellulite and improve skin laxity.
Perfect. You crushed it. Yeah. Yeah. So I tried the T-Shape 2 first, and then I signed up for the package. And so Monday I had this for the first time. It's like one of three.
Okay.
So I'm like lying down, and there's like 4 things striped on my abdomen. And then she used more of like a 1 thing on the upper thigh. Mm-hmm. And it took about 45 minutes. And then you get up to 3 post-treatment things. So I did the pulsation plate, which is good because, keep disrupting the fat cells that we're wishing death upon. The only thing you should ever wish death upon is the fat cell. So I keep telling myself. And then after that, I did the PEMF because I thought it was my lower back bothering me, but the pain from the electric shock was actually my hips, which was interesting. And then I ended with the red light panels. Oh, wow. I do not always have time for anything more than just the pulsation plate, but Monday I made it out. Tonight I go back in for what we're going to talk about next, which is the all hot one. Oh, yeah, the T-Shape 2. Okay, which is pretty cool. Yeah.
So really quick, couple questions. How long did this whole process take on your first one?
45 minutes for the treatment. Yeah.
Okay, and then any recovery time, or did you have to go into it? Awesome.
Yeah, which is great because and the measurement changes. It was a 1/2 inch in the waist and a 1/2 inch off the side.
Already?
Yeah. I mean, for whatever that's worth. I mean, I know my measure. I thank you. So yeah. So with the tape measure, it's just it's a reference point, right?
Like you're walking around with all these data sets. Bro, I know my numbers. You're not going to tell me anything. I'm not falling for it.
I'm like Data from Goonies. That's my name now.
Yeah.
My name.
Data.
This year. Should have been Excel sheet. I don't know. Like that. Yeah.
Spreadsheet. All right. So this is awesome. Now let's talk about it. How'd you feel the day after?
I feel great. Sunday night I got back from Nevada late, and then I weighed myself Tuesday, not Monday, but that was when I dropped down to 131.6. So I won't know if any of that was from this or not, but now I'm back to weighing myself daily because I'm not out of town. So we'll know.
So even though this isn't in the script, I'm just curious. So once you go through all of these treatments, I assume that you're going to do another scan and get like the exact like.
Oh yeah, I'll scan myself. My last treatment's on the 29th. I'll scan myself Sunday the 30th because we fly out to Oahu on the 3rd. But every time I go and travel, I lose weight. So what I would guess, how my body's been working and what's going on with this extra stuff, is that I'll be down in the 120s for the first time ever in my life. And then we're going to see a whole different level of cuts. So like Yesterday was horribly hard, and I'm an AMRAP and barbell. And like after minute 2, like sure came off, but there was a sports bra, so nobody could think it's a creeper gym. We're not that kind of gym. Yeah, no, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
It's like me. It's
coming.
And you never know.
Hey,
Because you're just like, dude, it's hot in here. Yeah. It's like it was hot. That was a really tough one. And I worked out hard with heavy weight. So like you can see the ribs and the cuts here, but then like a little bit of skin just kind of hangs loose there. And then the lower part is always my least favorite because the scar tissue from my cesarean like kind of gives me just like I feel like I just have a gut down there all the time. But this is I'm not complaining about anything. But these are the changes that I expect to see because that's the area I'm going to tighten up the upper thigh. So this is my psychic prediction. If Miss Cleo were alive, we called her on the air right now.
Dude.
And we'd ask her what she thinks. Without any background information. Tell her nothing.
Tell her nothing.
Like, just talk about my weight lady and you will see if she knew. But yeah.
I was going to say, speaking of random immigrant black woman, there's a show I think right now that we just saw on trying to find out what happened to Mavis Beacon, the typing queen, because she just apparently vanished off the face of the earth.
How I missed any of this? All of it.
It's all, I don't know, but it's just funny. It's just funny too because that's someone else who like they're trying to find from the 90s, like and other people say she was the first AI. Like she's not real at all. And this whole entire thing has been a whole entire like I don't know. Either ways, you gotta watch it.
I don't even know it's AI online.
Oh, I mean,
and my kid gets bent. 17-year-olds know things that 48-and-a-half-year-olds know. So I was like, look, da-da. She's like, oh, killing yourself. Like, that's AI. How can you tell? Because you know what got me? You can all make fun of me. I really don't care. There was this video on the TikTok, and this possum's on the table eating candy. And the thing like turns on, the animatronic like Halloween shit.
Oh yeah.
And the possum like flips down, the table falls down. I laughed for like 20 minutes. I was like, that's what you get for eating shit food. And that she's like, that and the animals on the trampoline are fake. And I was like,
yeah. So
nothing left. I don't know. But
I almost wanted to do a whole entire episode to tell the world about some things that have come out with AI.
Can we?
And the truth.
Oh,
AI is actually done in how it in areas where they were hoping it would have an effect, and it has had no effect.
Wow.
And so there's some other stuff that
we should do that. That's a good one. You're good on it.
So let's talk about it. Here's a list of the best areas to treat. Let's get back to the business. Obviously, we talked that abdomen love handles. So the abdomen is obviously good because this is exactly what we're kind of speaking about, where most of the pinchable fat lies. The other place where there's usually some pinchable fat is going to be those thighs. Obviously, some people have it in the upper arm area or larger, and under chin. I didn't even think about that.
People CrossFit. Yeah.
So they could do under chin.
They can. I'm gonna hope this stays away, but I'd be.
Yeah. There's a lot of turkey necks out there. We're talking around.
It's a month for it.
It's a month for it. Yeah. No offense if you have a turkey neck, but they might be able to help you out.
They might. Yeah.
They might be able to help you out. But now, so again, here's the truth though. This is not a weight loss solution. So let's lay that out. We're not saying this is good for weight loss. Not at all. It's designed for contouring and reducing localized fat pockets. This is not for major weight reduction.
It's not.
Don't confuse this with like
the
or like gastric bypass. No, it's not. This and that. And now
I'm putting the work to get to the point where you need this. How about that?
Yeah,
that's a good way.
There we go. There we go. Hey, if we go back to our episode of way to reward yourself for hard work, this is an option. That's right. You get some of the fat removed.
Yeah.
Now, who's a good candidate? So these are the people who may get the best results from this. Are you already near your ideal body weight, or at least not carrying large amounts of excess fat? Do you have specific areas of resistant fat that you want to target that just seem no matter what you do, it's just there? And you're like, damn it, man.
Are you frustrating?
Yeah, it absolutely is.
Yeah.
Are you looking for non-surgical body contouring and are okay with gradual change? So once again, this is for someone who may not feel comfortable going under the needle. They may have watched some of the shows on TLC where they see the blood pockets that they have to have and all the things that goes over skin. So that may be this may be more for you. and you have realistic expectations and are willing to maintain results via a healthy lifestyle. So this is the most crucial.
This is it.
This is it right here.
Trifecta.
And I know this is the one thing that nobody wants to hear. What, you mean I have to keep it up?
Yeah.
Yes.
This is where they turn off the podcast.
Yeah, this is where this
three things you have to stay on top of.
Where we've lost all our viewers. So yes, this is the absolute truth, guys. Just because they've obviously froze the fat, as we said, and it gets drained out through the lymphatic system, that doesn't mean, okay, well, now that fat's gone, let me start getting in and out fat in there. It's not how this works. Yeah, I made room now. No, Ty, it's cool. You don't know. I just had my CryoSkin. So that's how come I went and ate 8 rolls of sushi. It makes perfect sense in your mind, but that's not what this is for. Yes. So these results are going to be, this helps you get those inches off that pinchable fat, but obviously it's going to be your lifestyle and how you're living that keeps that result.
Yeah.
Very simple as that. So
that's the deal. Nutrition, exercise, hydration, right? Keep it up. It's good. And again, like I never had expectations of goal weight. I cannot wait to see like 129.9 on the scale. So I've never had that in my adult life. So it's kind of exciting to be this age and shatter all the myths of age and perimenopause and you've been fat, so you're generally going to stay fat. Matt, once you dial into that fixed nutrition, like there's really no stopping it. I'm like,
you fucking gained a shit ton of strength, which is
yeah. The strength, what was it? The 9 pounds lost, but 3 pounds of muscle gained in 2 months. That's fucking shit.
For a female, that's
running 2 businesses, on and cooking and cleaning and litter boxes and shit. Like it's like
that's the thing that I completely honestly love. Like, yeah, you look amazing and you've lost all that weight. It's obvious, but it's that other part of it that is so amazing, is the fact that usually if any other person would have gone through this process, they wouldn't have had that amount of strength gain. They wouldn't have had their body begin to contour the way it has.
Yeah.
Everything is just seemed to be almost on an inward as opposed to like,
like to come in so narrow.
Yeah, everything with you. That's amazing. And then everyone says that once you get older, you can't gain strength. All you're doing is losing muscle. Clearly, you fucking found it. Like, yeah, this is bullshit. I've gotten stronger. I got fucking PRs, and these are PRs over what stuff that you were doing, almost 10 years ago or close to?
Well, so when I started in 2000, November 2012, and then by May of 2013, I had gotten up to like 145 from 235, right?
So you're basically my age then at that time.
Yeah, and so then I hit my heaviest lifts and stuff, and they just kind of stayed there. And I was more like for my wedding lean in 2018, probably about 5-6 pounds heavier than I am now, but with like not so much muscle, right?
Oh yeah,
yeah. Because now I'm just like working out like a 17-year-old boy with something to prove because I love it. It's because I love it, and I know that I don't want to be in an old folks' home like my 72-year-old stepdad that I take care of with dementia. I don't want this for me. I don't want to have type 2 diabetes and then die of pancreatic cancer like Michael. I don't want this for me. Like I have a daughter and I want to be a grandma and I want to travel and see the world. And there's only one way to like ensure that, and it's to live the way I live. But yeah, the strength thing is huge. Okay, so the T-shape 2, straight out of Italy, because we just know how to do things right. I'm skipping. Non-invasive body contouring and skin tightening treatment device. So this is the one I'm doing 6 treatments of, right?
Yeah.
Love this. Super relaxing, nice and warm. It combines multiple technologies to target several aesthetic concerns at once: fat deposits, skin laxity, cellulite, and body contouring. Okay. So it's a bipolar or multipolar radio frequency. I love it. Yeah, it's kind of cool. RF energy is delivered into the deeper layers of the skin to generate heat. This heating stimulates collagen and elastin production, which helps skin firmness and tightening. The controlled heating can also help fat cells in the deeper layer become destabilized. Okay. So combining the two, the cooling every 10 days and then the
that's
so
what
just the packages that way. And you can do them singularly too. It's just Catherine's brilliant. She's like, this is probably the best thing to do for you.
Let's get you some real.
Yeah, let's go. Low-level laser therapy. Gentle laser light is applied to remodel existing collagen and improve microcirculation in the skin and subcutaneous tissues. This supports skin tone improvement, elasticity, and can improve the look of cellulite. Then we've got endodermic vacuum suction. So if you've ever had a lymphatic drainage, it like has that sucking thing and stuff in. It's just like that. It stimulates lymphatic drainage, improves circulation, helps move fluid, and likely assists fat metabolite clearance and mechanically smooth dimpling. Lastly, combined synergistic effect. So the radio frequency and the LLLT, the mechanical suction, aims to reduce localized fat deposits, tighten firm skin that's become loose or sagging, smooth and reduce the appearance of cellulite. Again, that one takes about 45 minutes as well. So you're going to ask me at 30 to 60, depending on what's going on. There was no surgery, no needles, no downtime. You see visible improvements. We did pictures on this one. I didn't have measurements because I was just doing a trial one. I just paid a couple of bucks to try one session to see what I thought of it. But I saw the difference in the pictures on that. I was like, that's cool. Yeah. And then, it's a series of treatments. You're not going to go do one and be like, thanks for the good time, like 6 to 12. And because of where I'm at in my size and weight, she said 6 is plenty. So we're good. And then the longevity of results, again, depends on your nutrition, exercise, weight stability, skin type, like the things that you do. So OneSkin, that peptide skincare system, because Broken Science is so amazing, as an affiliate, I get a 20% discount. So I bought the skin firming lotion, and I just got that last week. And their eye cream, because even with my Versage red light stick, like I'm working so much that I won't even talk about it, because then people are going to think I'm lying and lose all credibility. But anything under like a 14-hour day of nonstop is a vacation to me. So we'll put it there. I don't even have time to finish watching the Ed Gein thing on Netflix because it's wild and nasty anyways. But I have time for that. I'm not killing time. So it's relaxing. I love it. I can't wait to go tonight. After working 6:30 a.m. till 5:50, driving over and then spending an hour there. That's more important than dinner to me at this point.
Love it.
Yeah. So it's cool. And I'm really going to show you. I'll show you the first picture and the last. I'll just lift up my shirt and show you who I look like. You don't even need to look at a picture, unless you want the side by side. We can put that up.
Yeah.
The YouTube thing. Yeah. But I think that it's important to talk about these things because, man, surgery and losing all that time of working out results and other things start getting soft or whatever.
Exactly.
You're not serving anything. So, I have a good feeling because I know the owner and a few people there that are actual people, not just pictures from the manufacturer. That's the lasting results too. Yeah. And so, and that's important. Just like we're like, hey, take our small group program because all these people have results. You throw up in there's 500 sheets of paper.
Exactly.
Dozens of people, and you're like, well, shit.
Yeah. And
it's hard to fuck that up, right?
Dude, and I'll be honest, this is just kind of on what you just said, but I already know too, we just how you mentioned the whole these are from the manufacturer. You could call up our clients. I'm sure that all of them would answer call if anybody wanted to know, is this a coach? And they would literally be like, yeah, you call any people. Out of everyone who we help is real.
Yeah, of course.
That's what it's about, man.
It's make-believe. This is imaginary friend. That's not imaginary friend.
Yeah, he's killing it.
He's never talks back.
No.
Eats the way you should. See him right now. Yeah, no, all real people.
So let's talk about this one. So this one, again, we're going to tell you guys the ideal candidate that this particular what do they call these?
T-shaped tooth.
Yes, T-shaped treatment. So exactly who this particular treatment is going to be the best for. And so again, are you close to your ideal body weight? Not extremely overweight, but you have some areas that appear to be resistant to diet and exercise. Do you have mild to moderate skin laxity, early signs of sagging or cellulite, that you'd like to reduce? Do you want non-surgical body contouring? Again, non-surgical. If you don't want to go under the needle, you don't want to take off time, you don't want to pay a plastic surgeon, I think they're going for about 15 grand for a good one. That's usually what
for just the abdomen.
Well, I don't know. So I guess if
extra skin.
if you did the real like loose skin, they usually do that, and then anything that you have up here, and it's usually like a freaking good one is usually like you're talking 15 grand, but that's like a Hollywood level surgeon, not just some random.
In the dream SoCal.
Yeah,
it's a different world out there.
Yeah, different world.
Absolutely.
Where surgeons are booked up like barbershop appointments. Oh yeah, I got one now. They're just boom, 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 boom. But
we're in through.
But so that said, if you're not into the surgery or the needle, this is perfect because it's going to be minimal downtime and you're able to come in multiple sessions and see that gradual change. Are you looking to improve your overall body shape and skin appearance? This would be for you. And results vary from person, obviously skin type, age, your current health, diet, and exercise all play a role. But those are things that we've already told you guys. And that would play a role if you had real loose skin surgery. Like if we're gonna be honest, like just because you had your loose skin removed does not mean that is a free for all to go to hometown buffet and eat all the mac and cheese.
Please forget about that place when you bring it up.
Dude,
hometown buffet.
So I'm an ex-fat boy. I know all the spots. I know all the candy. I know all the cupcakes. All of it. So like I said, if those are things that it doesn't matter if it was the actual real needle going under the needle or under the knife or doing it this way. Either way, you're going to have to come up with some kind of fitness plan to maintain your new result. So that should never be the reason that you try to justify not trying this. Oh, I'm not going to keep up with the workout. Well, then you already lost anyway.
Yeah.
So, I can't help you there.
I think another good point, because not that we're fans or telling people to take GLP-1s, but we do have the GLP-1 and type 2 diabetic support small group coming up January 5th. And it's imperative because as you eat less and less or eat less of the crappy food you're already eating, like no one's training you on nutrition, you're losing strength, you're losing muscle. And because I've worked out so hard, like you just mentioned this, you're like, Lori, you don't have an arm thing, right? Like my body's like, I would not be sad if this is as good as it gets for me. I'm not going to lament and be like, oh man, I wish. There's no wishing. I'm completely happy with myself inside and out. I'm not self-conscious about anything. I just don't, maybe I don't have time for it anymore. I don't know. Like,
it's just confident as fuck.
It's just confident. Like it feels nice to just be happy and proud of myself because I've worked my ass off to get here. And if a little bit of tightening can happen, then there's really nothing left to imagine it could be different other than like a haircut or being blonde again. I don't know. I do not have 2 hours every 6 weeks
to go do that.
Bleach my hair. Y'all need to just embrace the brunette that God gave me. It's just who I am.
It's gonna stay.
We're keeping it real. It's gonna stay. That's what I have time for, just covering grays for an hour every 6 weeks. But yeah, I mean, think about where you are. Think about what you need to do on a GLP-1 or Ozempic, semaglutide, or whatever the hell. There's so many things now. I can't even have a hard time keeping up. But you will start losing energy, and it's going to affect your workouts because you're not getting any nutrients when you eat a little bit each day. So get in here, get into the program. Let us help you. Let us help you off ramp from that. And then when you're done and you can keep that weight off because you learn from us how to work out and eat right, that's the ticket, right? Then you go into US Cryo and they tighten you up because if you're going to lose weight that fast, you're going to have to work out really hard to combat that, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
You and I were not in a hurry. It was a gradual thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'll admit, during my first one, it was a rush, but obviously I still feel that one of the reasons that I'm not as bad as most people lost 200 pounds is kind of what Laura was talking about. I still maintain protein as my base nutrient. And then not only that, I still continued some type of resistant training. Although back in when did I lose all that weight? 2014 or 2013, when I lost all that weight, I didn't even have not any of this knowledge. It was basically high school football lifting stuff, bench press, squats, and some shoulder press and some dumbbell stuff. But it was enough to obviously conclude to not let me have all the stuff that most people deal with. So if you are, because then, and this is actually serious. So I'm going to touch on two things. Number one, it's scary because I know people who have told me, Ty, I really want to lose weight, but I don't want to have to deal with loose skin. That's crazy to hear that. But I've heard it, and I've heard it more than once of people opinion of each other that is something that stops them. So obviously, if that's you, like if that loose skin thing is on your mind, you need to book a time to sit down with me and Lori because we know how to mitigate that.
Yeah.
During large weight loss because we've obviously done it. So it can be done. Obviously, for those who know David Goggins, he obviously says it too. He's always one of those guys who didn't have loose skin because there's a way to do it, but most people don't know how. And they obviously try to cut food and just do nothing but cardio. And they wonder why they look like wearing a skin costume.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the other thing that I'm going to end with is what Lori touched on, the confidence. I don't care what anybody tells you. Everybody wants more confidence. And obviously, if you say I have all the confidence that I can need, then I'm going to tell you you may be wrong because if that was the case, you'd probably be on a much higher frequency than you are if you had simple line confidence because you would do anything and everything because you know that it would work out because you're confident. Now, what Lori has shown and proven is what we talked about in episode 10. The only known way at this current time, or there's only two ways to basically build confidence. Number one, doing hard things over time, consistently, to the point you wake up in the mirror and you look at the person and you know, no one else is going to do what I'm doing. That creates real confidence, which you guys are looking at right here. And then the other thing that happens during this process of building up the confidence is, or the only other way would be to overcome something like where it's like a crazy act of courage or you're home and you get attacked and you make it out. Obviously, other than the trauma of that usually builds some kind of confidence. Most people aren't going to have that incident. So it's better for you guys to obviously learn like the only way you're going to build it is by doing what you tell yourself you're going to do. Lori laid it out. I'm going to shoot these episodes. I'm going to fucking follow these plans. I'm going to fucking work out. I'm going to hit my barbell every day. I'm going to live up and be the person who does what they say. This caused her to build an immense amount of trust with herself. And now it's to the point where there's nothing that could even stop me because she's like, I've already done everything. That's how confidence is actually built right. And there's no other way around that. You're not going to get any confidence by looking for comfort or doing anything that you already know how to do. You only build it when you actually become the person who you are in your fucking mind. And you know, no, this isn't fake. I work out this hard. No one's going to come close to me. No one's going to put this hours into their business. No one's going to show up on this many Zooms. No one's going to do that. That builds confidence because you even see it around you. And once you hit a certain point, you realize how lazy everybody else is. And you're like, are you serious? You guys work out and then just hang out here for 3 hours and fucking do nothing all day? How's that possible?
I can't imagine.
So again, if you really want to build confidence, we know how to do that. Come and sit with us, talk to us. We can set up a plan and we can tell you these things because we've done everything. We've lost the weight. We've built confidence. We're building businesses. We fucking do it. So, yeah.
You know, it's pretty cool. I haven't even told you this because we've been so busy this week, not killing time, that we haven't even really caught up. So I'm literally at an Italian restaurant in Reno taking my mother-in-law, so when I took his mom out to dinner. And my big splurge for dessert was a cappuccino at 8 p.m. Just whole milk, make it a doppio, 2 shots of espresso. And the woman looks at me like I'm crazy because it's 8 p.m. And she's like, what, do you want to decaf? And I was like, what? What does decaf mean? Like, what? And I was like, no, I'm good. Plus, I'll take my progesterone in a few hours and go right to sleep. And the reason why this leads into the story of confidence is I became the expert on hormone replacement therapy and nutrition, had a whole life story, left her my card and was like, just reach out. I want to help you because you're not going to get help at Renown Medical in Reno because they don't understand women's health because nobody fucking pays attention to affairs. And it's just like, it just rolls off my tongue and I don't stutter or I don't have to think or Google. Like, I'm just so confident in what I know instead of like, am I really the person to say this? I'm just like, I'm gonna say it because I'm absolutely correct about it. We're gonna make it all better. And then my friend, like with all her health issues, and her dad just got diagnosed with cancer. I'm like, let's get a Zoom time. Let's do this. Put him on the ketogenic, and then put him on the exogenous ketones to cut the cravings. He's not diabetic, cure that. Like, boom, 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 boom. It's just like I don't even have to like check my notes or all of my training. It's like it's in there, and I've never had that before. And I've been doing this for 12 years.
And you're at that point now where you feel like, no, there is, I fucking have this. I know this. I believe in this.
Because it's always like I mean, knock on wood, wood, so we're set. Salt. I'm just kidding. Black cat, fuck. Like we're gonna make sure nothing ruins us, but it won't. I would never tell someone to do something or supplement or wave eating if I did not know that it was not safe enough that I give it to my only child or myself or my husband or tell you. Like I would never just be like, hey, I saw this on a TikTok. Kind of like today, the Broken Science had a whole live Q&A with Dr. Yates, and it was amazing. And it was about the apple cider vinegar weight loss myth. And then they get caught like being full of shit. And they're like, well, we tried to research and vet, and like they can't even own it that they were just full of shit, probably for some views, or maybe they got stock in apple cider vinegar supplement. I don't know, but it's like I will never do stupid shit like that. But now I know so much of what I know, and I'm always learning. Like today was more continued education. 7 days a week, there's either a webinar, a call, a daily fix brain article that I'm reading, researching for my Monday fix that I give to the gym, putting together nutrition for neurodivergent athletes because we're training puzzle piece coaches this Saturday. Just taught at Chabot College last week. Like, it's such a beautiful place to be in, and it's the confidence that helps me continue to be like this, like oracle of knowledge. It's a trip.
Now here's something
that's huge.
That's fucking amazing. Now here is a part of the story that hopefully most of you guys may not have caught, but I'll tell you esoteric of what else is taking place here by this level of confidence. So we always say confidence leads to wealth, and nobody seems to understand how that even happened. I'll explain how confidence leads to wealth because she just told you guys how. Because she's so confident in who she is, every time she's out in public, she sees opportunities as a way to add value to people's lives. And that only comes up when you're confident in who you are and what you do, and you can look at an individual and see what frequency they're on, and know I could get you on an even higher one if you knew what I knew. Yeah. And that is how people who are highly confident are also adding large amounts of money to their pocketbook. It isn't like the money just coming randomly. It's because there's value given every time they open their mouth. Anytime that she speaks, it's value. Any when she goes up to, it's helping. And the universe has to reciprocate that some way. That value has to come back to her, because in this life, there's two sides of every accounting balance. And if one's off, it has to get fixed on the other end. And so the confidence now is causing her to add value. And because there's so much adding value on the other side of the account statement, it has to be replenished on the other side. Most of you guys, that's way over your head. You'll never understand it, but that's the truth. That's how it works.
You get to go. There's so much value in this whole episode for so many things. So that's it. We'll see you in a month with the contouring. So we'll do a quick episode filming before I leave for a while. I could watch it in real time on Thursday when I'm already doing my Aloha thing. Let's go.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, be good.
All right, guys. As always, keep it classy, San Ramon. We'll see you guys next time.